How do you define engagement? That's a great question. I define engagement is if you're relevant in the conversation. There's a saying, you can be hot or you can be cold, just don't be lukewarm. So I think that really is engagement. If you're in the conversation, whether it's positively or negatively, people are engaged. And the question is, how do you scope it? How do you guide it so that people come out with a more positive experience with your brand than they had coming in?
My definition of engagement is probably a little bit more analytical and precise than most. I truly believe that advertising needs to be a help, a resource, something relevant and engaging and also welcomed, and something that's not surprising. And I think that the utility aspect of advertising, where an advertiser can use, whether it's an application or whether it's a coupon or a gift card, that type of experience, the engagement with a brand, that functional utility and benefit is probably the optimal definition of how you could engage a consumer.
So when we talk about engagement, I think right now there's a lot of conversation about online engagement, but if we look at the customer, the consumer, and look at all ways in which they touch the brand, that could be offline at events, that's engagement. It could be on Facebook, that's engagement. And so it's an opportunity for interaction. And I think the best way to look at it from a marketing perspective is to understand all those places where the consumer is interacting with you. It could be your support center, consumer affairs, on the phone. I mean, that is engagement. And I think the best thing to do is look at all of those ways in which your engagement and make sure that they all are cohesive, they're on message, and that they really live and fulfill who your brand is.
In the business I work in, it's the television group attached to the Disney company. And so inside the television group, what we do is we extend our fan experiences or audience experiences, whether it's in the news division or entertainment division. And so engagement for us is basically continuing our content experience on another platform. And so for us, that's more time spent on a new platform, or their audience ability to share that content with somebody else in the social space. It's all those kinds of new things about continuing the content experience elsewhere.